Hi everyone, this is Shauna with Lily Moon Studio, and I'm back with my newest journal. I'm going to do a flip through for it. And the idea I had with this one, it's an astronomy journal, vintage astronomy to be more specific. But I kind of wanted it to look like maybe it was an old astronomer's, notebook that they could take notes in or put things they found important, that kind of thing. And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It is a soft cover. See if I can stay in frame here. It's a little bit big. But yeah, it is a soft cover journal. I used one of those like bubble mailers that you get with your Amazon packages. Just kind of for the base of the signature, oh my gosh, of the cover. And I used a paper bag, kind of crumpled it up and painted it with acrylic paint. Hopefully all the colors are kind of showing through. I did like a nice dark brown and did some black for shading, and I did some bronzy like highlights, and I used the little book plate in this, and it looks pretty white, but that is done on coffee dyed paper. Kind of show the whole thing. For the closure, I did just put an eyelet and put some leather, like, I don't even know. I want to say rope, but it's not rope. Put leather strips here, and it just kind of ties around and tucks. I did put these cute little charms. Little planet. It looks like Saturn with a star. And this one is an astronaut on the moon. I thought that was really cute, and just kind of added these little things to hold them on there. So measurement-wise, this journal is about 9 3/4 by 7 inches, so it is a little wider. I did extend some pages. The spine's around 2 inches. Sometimes it's kind of hard to measure the soft cover spines, but about 2 inches. There are 2 signatures, but they are 2 massive signatures. I really could have broke this up into multiple, but I don't know why with soft cover journals I kind of like to have just 2. I don't know why. I was really like, I'm going to make a smaller journal, make it 2 signatures. Well, there's a little over 200 pages in this altogether, so it didn't really end up smaller. Good intentions, but so I did use some digital kits. I used 2 from DiegoBeachBooks. One of them was Astronomy 20-piece ephemera, and the other one was Space Astronomy Vintage Book Pages. And then I did use another printable from PrintablesByMartiJo, and it was the 1849 Vintage Astronomy textbook images. And I did use a lot of pages from an old book that I found called Quasars, Pulsars, and Black Holes. So there are some original book pages in it from that old book. So I'll go ahead and start the flip through. Otherwise, there is lots of coffee dyed pages, and I did some like Franken pages and lots of fun stuff. So, okay. On the inside here, this was actually a sheer scarf that I found, and it was kind of purpley in color, but I put some blue scrapbook paper underneath it. And it has these stars and such, and there were some little planets, but none of them ended up showing up, and moons and such, but it almost feels velvety, so it's got a nice texture to feel. Lots of sewing in this one, and layering. You guys know I like layering if you've watched any of my previous videos. So here we'll start, and on these I did layer some of that paper, like that tissue-like paper that you get from like the little sewing things, the sewing patterns. That's what I was trying to come up with. I haven't been awake very long, so I took a nap, and now I'm like, oh, I need to make this video. Yeah, I should have let myself wake up more. I did leave a lot of threads, just kind of hanging out, just to add to, that vintageness, that kind of homemade looking thing, because I wanted it to, look like it was kind of put together by someone in a hurry, someone working. So, okay, here we have a pocket, and we do have some washi that has some constellations on it. I don't know how well you can see those, but I love that washi. Oh, and I do have some encyclopedia pages. So, this is from an old book. I think it was actually a finance book, but with all the numbers, I was like, oh, that's sciencey, right? Kind of grunged it up just a little bit here. And all the cards are backed with coffee dyed paper. This one, I don't know how well you can see it. See if I can catch any of it. This one does have some mica spray on it, so it's a little shimmery. Here's one of those book pages. A little stenciling here with some stars. Little scrapbook paper. I think I picked this up on Amazon. Some galaxy stuff. There's a pocket that I made with one of those book pages. And that washi kind of has some science or some mathematics stuff on there, so I thought that would be good. And these are just kind of a map of the sky and Saturn, and again like that. And my sewing machine was being a pain for a little while, but I kind of liked how it was like that, and it's still very secure, so I was like, you know, it'll just kind of make it a little more fun, so I'm gonna just sew a few things like that. I did put lots of tabs. I got tab happy with this one. This Orbit of the Planets. Here is some, it's kind of like, I want to say like mulberry paper, but it's thicker. It almost feels like material. I do love the way it feels, so kind of a nice thing there. This one also has some of that mica on it. See if any of that's catching in the light. I don't know. More book pages. Another tab. Extended page. This one, another kind of map of the stars. And it's just some extra paper with sticker on there just for more writing space. There's quite a bit of writing space in this journal, which I thought was nice. Sometimes I get pretty crazy with decorating, so that's the fun in it for me though, right? Another encyclopedia page, another extended page there with a tab. There's just some paper. I'm not sure exactly what kind of paper this is, but I got it in a bunch of paper that I picked up on Marketplace. And I just thought that looked kind of cool. And then yeah, ledger paper. And it's got some more of that constellation washi on there. Some moons, surface of the moon. Here's some, one of those Franken pages that I did. I liked those. This turned out pretty cool. Had a few scraps and I was like, oh, why don't we just make up a page? Some sewing on there, you know. Stenciling. More of that ledger. Pocket. And this was some scrapbook paper that I had, and it's kind of shimmery, but I thought the texture was kind of neat. I was like, you know, that could kind of look like, you know, moon texture or whatnot, and some more of that kind of fabric-y, mulberry-ish paper, whatever you want to call it. So here are these. Some of these are very cool images that I was able to find. Got some stamping on this page. Another one of those, and this washi's got some planet and star stuff on it, and this is the middle of the first signature, so there's a couple star charms if I can pick it up on that waxed thread there. Always kind of another, yeah, following the path of the stars and Uranus and the book pages. And that, these ones are like the visible heavens, or like how, you know, the visible sky. And there was 4 of them, so there's 4 of them in here. This one's April to July, so it kind of shows how it shifts during the times of year. I thought that was kind of cool. Another one with some stamped images on there. The other side of that. There's just some more extra paper. Nice and grungy from coffee dyeing. And this does flip out, so lots of writing space on that ledger paper there. More Franken page. This has got one of the book pages on there. The tab. This is from when I actually did an astronomy journal for a friend a while back, and I painted like with acrylic paints, like galaxy stuff, and I still had some paper left, so I was like, let's make some tabs. Not enough to do a lot with, but something I could do a little with. Another pocket. This has got some more of that mathematical washi on there. Very pretty images. Another tab there. Saturn. This is some of that specialty paper I got in that big haul that I got not too long ago. And then just, yeah, planets and stars and such. Encyclopedia page. Another solar system. Another pocket there. Hello. I have someone trying to help me. Sorry, sorry about that. Constellation washi, and turn that the right way. Like Jupiter and a compass, if I can hold it the right way. Another one of those book pages. Another page that's got some mica on it. One of those, and another one with numbers on it that I've grunged up. And that was another mica page. Encyclopedia page. All right, end of the first signature, beginning of the second. Here's another one of those ones that showed the sky at different times of the year. So this one's July to the end of October. Little pocket. That one's got a telescope. And then extra writing space. And that obviously encyclopedia page. There's a galaxy in Andromeda. There's a cluster of galaxies. Yep, that's from that book. Mica page. What? Here, why don't you go down there? You're being loud. Sorry about that. He likes, yeah, sometimes he sits on my shoulder while I'm crafting and such. He loves to be a helper. He does. He follows me everywhere. It's kind of hilarious and adorable. And when I'm trying to make a video and he's meowing, it's like, shh, don't do that. All right, another Franken page there. A little tab. Galaxy page. It's a telescopic view of the full moon. Pocket with a couple things in there. It's like the moon and a great spiral nebula in Andromeda. Yep. stenciled page. Pocket and some of that scrapbook paper. Kind of shows the rotation of the Earth facing the sun. And then, ooh, I have that upside down about Saturn. Some stamping. An encyclopedia page. Mica. Quite a bit on this page, maybe. Kind of see the shimmer a little bit. Franken page there. Another book page. Some really nice images on those. The tides. Another pocket done with the book page. Then that opens up. Hi. Shh. And here is the middle of the second signature, and a couple little stars on there. This is different, like clusters of stars and such like that. Tab there on that ledger paper. Oops. Book page. And then this one, the sky from November to January. It's probably the last one. I think it's went through a whole year. Another one of these. One of these guys. Got mica on there. Oop, that curled up. Pop some glue in that corner. And again, just some extra writing space. Oop, sorry, bumped the camera. And then, yep, that's got a tab on it. Mars and Jupiter. Some stamping there. Another pocket, telescope, and a comet. Other side of a Franken page. This one I dyed and I did it on like a pizza pan that had the little holes in there. So that's how that kind of came about. Book page, pocket with a couple more. That looks like a comet. The moon phases. Her encyclopedia page. And that's the last of it. Alright, well thank you guys for watching my video, and you know, if you liked it, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you guys with my next journal. Thanks!